Now we're going to take a look at Eric Clapton's Layla. This is a song that he made famous with Derek and the Dominoes. There's a big ending section for this song. It had Duane Allman playing slide guitar, and we're just going to take a look at the first half of the song, okay? Before the big keyword outro. So anyway, here is the first intro riff. 1, 2, 3. Based around D minor, we're starting off with the open A string to the 3rd fret of the A string. Hammer on and pull off now on the D string, open D, 3rd fret D, back to the open D string. Back to the 3rd fret of the A string now. And then we're going to move up and play a D power chord. That'll be the 5th fret of the A string and the 7th fret of the D string. Now, when we get to that D power chord, we're going to slide back a whole step to a C power chord and another whole step to a B flat power chord. So if we put all that together, it sounds like this. Okay, so you see how I take that same chord shape just on the A and the D string and just slide back 2 frets at a time. Now, when I get to this B flat chord, you can leave your, I use my 4th finger here on the 3rd fret of the D string. Some people use their 3rd finger. I use my 4th finger. I'm going to leave that 3rd fret of the D string where it is, lift off my 1st finger, so I now have the open A, and then I'm going to play on the 3rd fret of the low E string. Now I'm going to do the same idea from the C chord. So we play the C chord, open A string, and if the D string rings out with that, that's quite all right as well. And then grab the 3rd fret of the low E string. And then we're back to the D power chord. All right, so we put all that together. And then we simply cycle that riff over and over. So let's do that 4 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay, if you've got the intro chords down, now it's time to take a look at the intro melody solo. Sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. So we're in D minor now. We're going to start off on the B string and play 10 to 13 to the E string, pull off, and we're going to hammer on from 10 to 13 and then pull off to 10. Back to 13 on the B, 10 on the high E. Now we're going to bend up on the 13th fret of the high E and then come back down to the 13th fret of the high E. 12th fret on that same E string, 13 B, 10 high E. So far we've done this. Now we go back to that same intro lick, playing 10 to 13 on the B, hammer on and pull off 10, 13, 10 on the high E, 13 B back to 10 on the high E, and this time we're going to reach up on the 15th fret of the high E string, bend that up a full step and come back down, Now we're going to go to 12 on the high E, 13B, back to 10 on the high E. Okay, and that's basically the whole lick. Once again, sounds like this if we put it all together. Okay, and the only thing to watch for is the verse starts on a C sharp chord. So what we're going to do is bend from our last note C on the 13th fret of the B string up a half step to the note C sharp. So here's the note C on the 13th fret of the B string. We bend that up a half step to C sharp. And that's because the first chord of the verse is a C sharp minor chord. And it fits in perfectly with the verse. All right, so here's the whole intro melody. 1, 2, 3. And there it is.